if it is working. I don't know if it's working. It'll be working. I don't know. You grabbed that on me. I just got it back working. And this still isn't working properly. Like, I've got no idea what's actually going on. Okay, let's. Oh, shit. I've got no actual idea what's going on there, so. But yeah, I'm heading down to my buddy Aubrey's place right now. Because poverty. I'm stealing bread off of him. I'm not stealing. He doesn't eat bread. He's gluten. So is his wife. Well, not gluten. It actually has celiac. He's like diagnosed celiacs. Sounds so silly. Celiacs. But he got celiacs. It's one of those words if you keep saying over and over and over again, it's weirder and weirder. Celiac. But he's got a pile of bread there, and I want to take some. Because I want to fry it and eat some eggs on it. It's not too cold today. It's like -3 right now. Last night was down to -20. We get these huge temperature shifts. And tonight's going to be a pretty brutal one. Would you look at that? Interesting. And it's fresh. So where did you come from? Sorry, I'm out here marking where I see animal trails. So, I know where you came from. And right in there too. Okay, this is beautiful. I'll have to come up here with my snowshoes. You look at this. Try to get up high. You see little divots in the snow around the, this is dogwood here. Those divots right around the dogwood here are not, they are animal. They are, some people call them pheasants. They're actually a grouse, the woolly maned grouse. But they like to hang around these trees pecking at the seeds and whatnot. And he went up there right around the pine and over here. So I'm just noting this spot because it looks like a spot they'd hang out. And I'm going to come up with my snowshoes and my slingshot, walk through here, and see what I can get. Yeah, it's the weather's always weird up here, man. But with that, is again, these look like some sort of marsupial prints. Like these look like, I'd say even deer, but way too small to be deer. They're not rabbit. They're definitely not dog. They're actually pheasant. Just to go like this. That's actually pheasant. Or lynx. 50-50, because the tracks, I don't see the paw print, so that's why I'm assuming it's not a pheasant. That's why I'm assuming it's not a lynx. That's why I'm assuming it's a pheasant. But the pheasant will hop. But so the lynx will walk one foot in front of the other. So 50-50. Yeah, we've got a lot. Like that's one of the main animals up here. We got lynx like galore. But right now I'm just I'm marking spots for the evening to come check out. You see so many like the grouse up here. Just speak of the devil. Speak of the devil and he shall appear. Like right in that little pile of wood, there is a pheasant. And I don't have my slingshot. So yeah, there are birds here to eat. Oh shit. No. No, not walking up this way. Unless I'm street hunting and I put my yellow vest on, I do not carry the slingshot with me. There's something about hunting, you have to be in a very particular mindset. Believe it or not, slingshots, especially with the 9mm steel ball bearings I use, can have the same penetration as a low-powered pistol. Like, it can kill a human. And that's one of those things I don't think you need to have on you at all times, unless you're out using it particularly for that, because I don't like the idea of people walking around shooting all willy-nilly. Those are rabbit tracks. Yeah, dang Sam Squinch. It's a Sam Squinch. Oh, you won't get too many bears this time of year. The only bear in the woods is me. Oh. Okay. Yeah, 50-50, man, maybe. No, there's nothing. The most I saw up here is a shadow person and aliens. At least I like to think it was aliens. Now look at that one. Right there is your typical predator. What kind of predator are we looking at? This is very fresh. Not to mention the drops of blood in the snow. And the feline print. You know what that means? A lynx just got themselves a bird. Yeah, man, I wish, but I'm poor. I can't even afford groceries. I'm so poor, I'm actively now marking spots to go hunting. Now this here is a rabbit. 100% is a rabbit. You got the three little divots. He turned around there, hop, 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 hop into there. And I'm pretty sure it's a male rabbit because you can see the little groove there from his balls. But yeah, that's definitely rabbits. And by the looks of it, it's pretty fresh. Within the last few hours. So here's another place I'd come and set up some snares. Right down where the tracks go in, I'd set up 5 or 6 snares through there. I've got my foot. I've got my feet. Like this month, at the end of this month, things are gonna get so much better because this is the last month I'm gonna have to spend money on propane. Probably, yeah, no. So that'll save me $240, and then I can start thinking about building. Getting my shack up. And this winter's been brutal for me. Frostbite, cabin fever, regular fevers, going a little bit crazy because the isolation. I promise you, there's no bodies to hide. I was hungry. Okay. 1163562, a combination. I've got a slingshot with 9mm steel ball bearings. They're very high penetration, and it's a hunting slingshot that I've even modified further to get more penetration and speed out of the ball bearing. I shortened the bands. I also I got new bands as well that are they give more oomph to it, and they're shorter, so I can really make it fly and be fairly accurate. And I trapped with snare wire. Snare wire is fairly easy and cheap. You don't even need to buy actual snare wire. Buy yourself some steel crafting wire for dirt cheap from the dollar store. As long as it can, the best way to test if it's strong enough for the wire, attach a brick to it, or if you got a gym, attach it to a gym weight. If it can support 20 pounds, you're good. It's good enough. It's good snare wire for rabbit. Ideally, you want 40 pounds or more, and the thinnest possible, but it works. It works. Not really DMM classic. I do rice and stuff, and it's not about liking it or not. It's normally I'm fine. I have to buy a new phone, so it's just a different situation. Yeah, I had to buy a new phone. Like usually, I've got the money to make it through the month. It's just like I'm not. And I'm just trying to figure out what to do for next month. And looking forward for winter being over. Easier. Like this year, I'll be able to put up the greenhouses. I've got all the plastic to do the greenhouse. Do a nice big proper greenhouse and grow all the veggies I need for the winter and do some preserving. Jojo, no scurvy. Scurvy's easy to avoid. Like I got what I need right here to avoid scurvy. Is that tree? I like pine needle tree. I like pine needle tea, and I mix it with my Tetley as well, or even in my coffee. I'm out of coffee. Been out of coffee for a while. I want coffee. I miss coffee. Oh shit. But this is things are slowly getting better. I keep applying for work in town and outside of town and with everywhere I can find up here. But there's a Macros opening up sometime in the spring or late spring. That's walking distance, and it's McDonald's. I think they'll hire me, especially up here, out in the middle of nowhere there, where I can walk to. I think they'd hire me, even though I've got my issues. I just need one place to take a chance on me, and I'll give them everything I got. I'm fortunate enough that I've got the one employer that I go work for every month, and then during once the ice is off of the lake, and the guy who lives down there he comes back, I've got a couple months worth of work. He wants to stay there next winter, and last year I put up a cabin there for him. Like he already had the main house, but we put up a small bunkie that's insulated, and he wants to winterize his whole cottage. The quote he got to winterize with it was disgusting. It's like nearly $100,000 to winterize, and he did the math for all the insulation. You're talking like $2,000 or $3,000. It's the labor the guy Kasi wants is disgusting, but it's called technically it's a cottage, and so he's gonna bring all the materials over, and I'm gonna go and winterize his cottage for him. So that'll give me a solid couple months worth of work, and yeah. Uh, Also DMMCIS. No, 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 no. Uh, I've been so, especially since the phone got stolen, I've been so just blah about making content, man. That phone was a real loss for me. So I'd been working all winter and we're doing a lot of recording. I hadn't been able to upload because I just don't have the data. But I had a solid, so I had 30 long form videos. Minimum was like 10, between 10 minutes and 30-minute long each video. I'd say the majority of them were about between 15 and 20 minutes long. I lost 30 long form, and not only that, is the one I'd finished recently was the best video I've ever made. And I wanted to start uploading and posting those, not to mention the shorts I lost. Over 100 shorts just gone. And they were really good stuff too that I've worked hard on. I've been working very hard on editing, and they're all gone. And after you lose that much effort and that much work, the motivation just goes away. Not traveling native, it's gone. It's all gone. See, I did something stupid. I left my phone to go use the bathroom on a table of a coffee shop with my buddy, but he got up to get more coffee and someone fucking swiped it. And that's put me in this shit situation where I used my money that I usually use for supplies from working on the tiny homes for my phone, for a new phone. And I hope, I know what's happened to it is he's sold the phone for parts, ripped it apart, sold the screen or whatever right on eBay, and now he is living his life high as a kite on fentanyl, or depending what kind of a degenerate he is. Up here, the big drug is fentanyl, and the ones who can't afford fentanyl go to the gas station and fill plastic bags up with gas. That's what's popular up here, at least. Horrible. Oh, hobo, the phone is never coming back. It's been offline. Is he stripped it for parts, or he's put it for parts, or sold it on. It's gone. I'll never see it again. End of story. And it's not just the videos I lost. What that really hurts my soul are the puppy pictures. My little moose when she was like a handful, when she wasn't a ginger, when she was a brown dog, when she was so cute and fluffy and a puppy and happy, and she's still cute, fluffy, and puppy and happy, but she was so small and innocent, and I lost all those pictures. That's what really hurts. How many people? What depends. The smaller town, like between 250 and 500 people. The larger town, they say on they haven't updated the sign for a while. It's 5,000, but the official census was 1,500 for last year. And yeah, traveling native. That's how far north I am. You know, people are gonna find a way to get high, even if they can't afford the big stuff. They're junkies are gonna junk. You know. Yeah, no. Unfortunately, it's Sunny Cat. That's very true. There's not much for people to do this far north, and kids end up getting into the hardcore stuff fairly young. And you know, when you do that, it's from one to the next. Like, there is a family that lives on the property. Like, they got older teenagers, and her youngest teenager is like 15 or 16. And he got been caught doing. It's not even that bad. Shrooms. He got caught with shrooms at school. So no, what was it? He told his mom he's going to be doing shrooms. He's going to be trying shrooms. He told his mom that, but he got caught at school being drunk. Like, their buddies went out at lunchtime and got pissed to the eyeballs and didn't have enough common sense to skip class. So they went back to class like absolutely fucking hammered. But it's up here. The teenagers, there's not much to do, and I don't like the look of that. Look what's coming in. The snowstorm is rolling itself in. I don't think doing shrooms, I don't think shrooms is a bad thing. I think it's okay to try stuff like weed and shrooms and alcohol. But like 14, 15, fuck, I'm not innocent, man. When I was 15, 16, I tried shrooms. Well, I did it. I tried a lot. Like that's the whole point of being a teenager. You're supposed to get as much of the fuck ups out of your system when you're a teenager as you possibly can. It's time for experimenting with drinking and drugs, because screw ups like that and experimentations make well-adjusted adults. You know, makes a well-adjusted adult instead of, you know, a repressed adult that goes a little bit crazy when they hit college. Dusty, don't tempt me with beer. I've been dying for a beer for over a month. Dude, I'm doing this walk right now for bread. I've got eggs back at my place, and I still have a pheasant and 4 fillets of trout. But I want a freaking egg sandwich. And I know my buddy Aubrey, he doesn't eat bread, and he's the people who gave him stuff last month gave him a freaking pile of bread. So I'm going up to steal some. I'm going to fry some eggs, fry some bread, and have some fried egg and bread sandwiches with salt and hot sauce. I got some green jalapeno hot sauce. 11.5 liters of beer. Jesus. Jesus. That is like all the beer. What? So if you're talking the tall cans, you've got 22 tall cans of beer, 23 tall cans of beer. Oh, 11.5 beers left. Oh, I thought you said liters of beer left. Don't quote me. What type of beer do I like? Well, depends. If it's a really cheap beer, there's a brand called Laker. I don't like ice or any of the regular Lakers. I like the red that they sell. I could drink 2 of those. Or the light green label Dab beer. It's a German beer. Those are fantastic. I like me, if I'm sitting down with a nice piece of meat for dinner, I'll take myself a Guinness. I like a Guinness. The creaminess of it. Oh. Hey Shady, how you doing? I don't know what Canadians are doing. I'm not really on the news. Don't really give a shit about all that stuff. It's too depressing for me. And I'm already going a little bit crazy and depressed, so I don't need that. I don't need to make it worse for myself. I think most beers are crappy as it is. I don't think the majority of beer tastes good, and I just think people are lying to themselves. I think people don't really like alcohol. I don't think people like to drink alcohol because it tastes good either. I think they're only drinking it for the effects of the drink. And they're just, but it tastes good. Don't lie to me. It tastes like shit. It tastes like bug spray. Don't lie to me. Hey, Ronnie. I wish I had a plan. What am I saying? I do have a plan. I'm almost there with the plan. And I'll take you inside Aubrey's shed. And we'll see what left. He's still little bits and bobs he's got left from 2 months ago, the delivery they sent over for free. Probably some pork left, because he won't eat pork, and definitely some bread. If there is pork and bread, I might actually take some pork, fry an egg with pork and hot sauce on bread. Make a sandwich. It's been so long since I've had booze. I keep saying to myself, okay, this time I'm going to go pick myself up a couple beers to enjoy. Price of the beer. And I'm like, I could, that's like 2-3 meals. And I don't do it. This month, so I've got $150 coming in on the 23rd trying to figure out enough to propane money, because should be the last month I have to get propane. I need to figure out $240 there. And then I need to figure out food money, because I should have $200 more than I have right now, but I don't, because of this piece of shit phone.